So if you're clicking on today's video, you're looking for a way to defend Bengals tight or tight slots halfback weak. The principles I'm going over today will be applied to any tight formation. So we're going to go over how to stop these tight formations. 3 steps, 3 different ways, essentially. So the first way is, I love the play called spinner. So today we are going to be in the 4-6 defensive playbook. Make sure you go ahead and throw that on. Make sure you head over to dollar. Pick the play called spinner. It's going to be this one. And go ahead and look in the bottom right corner so you can see all my adjustments throughout the video and you can follow along as I'm doing them. So the first thing I like to do is I like to call spinner against it and call a very conservative sort of defense where I'm putting many zones out there. So I got hard flats, I got curl flats. Those curl flats I actually have set to dropping to 25 yards. If you need to know how to do that, go ahead and comment down below. We'll hook you up. But I'll leave that for another video. These hard flats are going to be dropping to about 0 to 5 yards. Those curl flats are going to be dropping to about 25 yards. I got a deep zone on both sides, and I have a mid zone. And now you're like, well, why do you come out and spinner if you're just going to make the whole play zone anyway? Aha, that's a good question. We will get to that later. But for now, this is what I like. I like to rush 2 and have my user have a spy on a fast D end who's probably not going to get a shed. And then I got Micah right here who might get a shed as well. And try to force him into making a bad read and essentially just play super coverage. Now you'll notice something. We are aligned on the left hash, right? I put a deep half on that outside corner on the right and a deep third on that outside corner on the left. Keep in mind, you want to put a deep half on the wider side of the field, because if you don't, they could just send this tight end straight up the middle of the field, or send 84 straight up the middle of the field, or motion out the tight end to get spacing, and then send 84 right up the middle of the field, and you have a seam open there. But against the deep half, it's going to be harder to do that. All right, we're going to let it snap, and this will be our first. Okay, and then they're going to run it, but that's okay. That's okay. If they run it, that's why we call spinner, okay? Because spinner, something about this play plays the run better than other dollar plays. So that's why we go through the effort and the hassle of changing all of our defenders' assignments. It's because it's really good against the run, okay? So there you go. The second step, or the second setup, I should say, is straight up just screaming, okay? And what I mean by that is, if you have good man coverage defenders, just pinch the whole defense, shade inside, and just say, look, I'm going to take away the running back and I'm going to make him make a read fast. So just scream at him. And this is what's good, because it's the same exact look. He might think, oh, I'm getting coverage. You know, you want to do the coverage more. You do the coverage more because then they get used to seeing the coverage. And then when you send the screamer, you get them behind the sticks, because most of the time they're going to take a sack. Okay. Now we'll see how the CPU does with this, because they tend to dot up, but this is super effective against real users. But basically right here, I'm going to sit like I normally do, and then I'm just going to shoot out to the flats to take away 26, which is the running back, and I shade it inside just so they can't throw a quick slant. They'll have to wait on a corner, and hopefully by that time they're getting sacked. And, you know, it doesn't work perfectly because sometimes the slant does get open. But just think about it. If you were going against the coverage defense, all of a sudden you're screamed at, and the user's vacating an area that you don't remember him vacating. He's running to the running back. You might be looking at the running back, not even seeing the drag that's slightly open that you could probably throw like that, and you're just getting sacked, okay? Right? And then the third step is, if those two don't work, I come out and DB fire. Right, I base align and I pinch the defense, and then I look, okay, which side has 2, which side has 3. Running back is on the left, so this is what I'll do. I'll man up the right side because they have 2, and then I'll sit in this gap here, and you're gonna get heat, but then also you're gonna get good coverage. Okay, come on, guys. I totally got swallowed up there as a user, but we're gonna run that back one more time. Come on. Come down. All right. Yeah, the D-line didn't pinch in all the way before. What the heck was that? All right, here we go. And, you know, this is already evidence of what I said before. Spinner is a better run defense. So this is really, if you're getting dotted in those other ones and you have to go to this, it's ideal that you stay in spinner. Why are we glitching, bro? Like, come on. All right, whatever. But it is also about what gap you sit into. So I'm going to just try sitting in a different gap. And that brings up a good point. I'm glad that that actually happened, because you can actually bring this guy down, and then that is just not going to happen, okay? And then we're going to sit in this gap. And we're going to shoot it. And hopefully, thank you for finally passing. There you go. He had to make a running to the left, crossbody, throw on the run read. We'll take that all day, okay? If you're going to make that your offense, we're going to take that all day, guys. So we're going to start getting back to that as a user, start clamping. But obviously, my favorite way to defend tight is send a lot of coverage looks out of spinner and then shake them up with a straight man-on-man, my man's better than yours, and you just sack them in under 2 seconds. But all right, guys, if these concepts help you out, make sure that you go ahead and like today's video. Make sure you subscribe if you are enjoying the content. And make sure, more than anything, you head over to themaddenacademy.com and get signed up for your first course today. It will take your Madden game to the next level. Guaranteed. That being said, guys, I'm going to get up out of here. I will see you in the next video. Peace.